like of just a nice like common sense in between. I totally see that forming. I think it will. It just has to. Like there's no solution being offered right now by anybody who's dogmatic. I think Destiny's a good example of that. Like he's kind of Destiny's a little sensationalist.
Yeah.
But Destiny is kind of that like nuanced, like regular person with regular opinions that just kind of benefit the greater good. Like someone who doesn't believe it's like a waste of mental energy to have strong opinions on like critical gender theory in universities. It's a waste of resources. You know, there's so many more important things to worry about. I see kind of Destiny.
Destiny is not a normal person.
But there's like a sincerity to him that I respect, like in the sense that like he
Nothing
knows,
wrong with that, but not a normal person.
I think Destiny's
12 hours a day streaming your life. You're more streamed than man at that point.
he had a normal life though before he was a streamer, because he only became a streamer in like his late 20s, early 30s. He was like a manager at a Burger King, and then was like an assistant manager at like a custodial company. And had got married really young. Like he just has a very normal, like the most typical like lower middle class life until he was like 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like I mean, and he comes to politics like he admits his ignorance, and so he is informed by this kind of like rationalistic attitude where it's like, if I can learn enough, if I can acquire the facts, then I will arrive at like a reasonable, sensible conclusion, right? And like that sort of whole approach, is it an epistemic approach, right? Like empirical database sort of approach, right? Like that is, I think, defensible. I mean, the problem with him though is that he still likes the game of political combat. Like he still plays the role that is expected of a person in his position in the year 2023.
You have to play that game.
You don't, but do you? I don't know. Like, see, like in my world, in my YouTube channel and stuff, I've tried to be resistant to playing that game. It sometimes frustrates me because I sometimes feel envious of people that are, part of the sort of the political cool kids club on YouTube. The people whose names and reputations are a bit better known because they are sort of seen as more ideological and more combative. But at the same time, like I'm trying to model an alternative that is maybe a little bit more knowledge-based and a little bit more moderate in its delivery.
Debate blood sports. Is there no alternative?
You should try to.
Should have tried doing debate blood sports.
He likes debate
do one
blood
debate
sports.
blood sport.
You've been on PF Young's podcast doing some debate blood sports.
Who don't you like?
You got a taste for blood.
Who don't I like?
There's Hassan, Destiny, Vosh. Like you just toss all those names out there. Which one of those goes like, oh, that guy?
I don't know.
Or
it's
a
like,
girl? Is there a girl?
Yeah, like I don't pay a lot of attention to sort of like the left wing space, just because like a lot of that's just not for me. Like I'm just not really interested in what a lot of them have to say because it does seem too tendentious. Like I find a lot of like these left wing, the bread tuber set and all of that. It's very predictable. Like it's just not interesting to me, and it also seems like
Jordan Peterson. What's he doing now?
Jordan Peterson, gross guy.
It's
weird.
always like it's always
icky.
I mean, this is like every like bread tuber, left tuber, whatever you want to call it. It's always like Jordan Peterson bad, Ben Shapiro bad, PragerU bad, and it's just always some version of a take on one of those three things. And then of course capitalism bad, and capitalism is just this kind of like vague force in the world that we just bitch about, regardless of what the topic at hand is.